Hello people, it's your boss man back again with another video. As you can see from the title, Pog stays, question mark. You know, a lot of reports are saying that Pogba is very much happy at United. He's wanting to become an important figure in the dressing room. And a lot of people already see him as that leader in the dressing room. But for some reason, the media don't portray him as that. I wonder why that is. I wonder. But anyways, that aside, what do I think? Do I think it's important that we keep Paul Pogba? Well, I made this very clear. Absolutely. If we want to become a big club again, you need to keep your best players. It's as simple as that. And a happy Pogba, which is what we saw when Oli first came in, is exactly what we need. In particular, there's last nine games where we are still competing for 2 trophies, potentially a top 4 spot, even a top 3 spot. You know, it's important that we got our players in good form, and on top of that, they're happy to be here. That's the most important thing. You've seen this sort of camaraderie that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is building within the team, within the squad. Everyone seems to be playing for each other, and everyone seems to be happy. Obviously, that has been reflective of, you know, the football on the pitch. We've been on fantastic form prior to the pandemic break. You know, I think we were undefeated in 13 games, and I'm hoping that Pogba could come back into the team and, you know, just bolster that. We've got a lot of teams that you would assume that are going to be more defensively minded, i.e. the likes of Southampton, Brighton, Bournemouth, teams like that we were massively missing both Bruno and Pogba's creativity. So hopefully we can get a fit and happy Pogba coming to the end of the season. But coming back to the story of, you know, a lot of people saying that it seems that Pogba is going to stay and potentially sign a contract. For me personally, you know, I only want him to sign his contract if his intentions are to be at Manchester United. Of course, if he signs a contract, that would mean that he's sort of committing his remainder of his career to the club. But I don't want a similar situation to Ozil where he signs a contract. Well, obviously Ozil signed a contract and then because he wanted more money, so to speak. And if Pogba does that as well, I'm just going to be pissed off. I don't want it to be an Ozil situation, which of course it is possible that can happen. But yeah, of course, we all know how influential Pogba is, especially in the dressing room. For me personally, if I'm a young player, I'm looking at Paul Pogba, World Cup winner. You know, the guy, the way he conducts himself, he's a professional at all times. And let's not mistake his ability. He's a top 5 within the world for me personally in his position. Without a shadow of a doubt, on his day, he can be, you know, top 3. And I don't think many people can argue with that. Obviously, he needs to be more consistent. Other stories, of course, the major story from this week doesn't actually involve Man United, is, of course, Timo Werner potentially or practically signing for Chelsea. What does that mean for Manchester United? Well, first and foremost, it potentially might mean that it might not be in for Sancho because, you know, they spent 50 million on Werner. Have they got another 100 million in the bank to go out and go for Sancho? That remains to be seen. For me personally, I think it's important that we focus on ourselves. I'm seeing a lot of fans, rightly so, getting really irate about the fact that Chelsea are moving so slickly. That's just something you don't affiliate with our club sadly anymore. You know, since Wood was taken over, we have been the opposite of slick. We've been very slow in our approach to signings, and I can't stress enough how frustrating it is to see how long we take to get a deal done. You know, we took a month to get the Wan-Bissaka deal and Maguire deal, so 2 months for 2 signings. Honest to God, we do take the piss when it comes to signing a player. And look at the way Chelsea have just gone out, put the money down for Werner. Looks like they're going to agree terms next week. So, obviously, we don't know what's happened behind closed doors. But all this noise that Man United create in the media, it's just bullshit, innit? And also, Chelsea look like they're going to get Chilwell. So, for me, what we need to do is we need to look at them. I know I said I need to focus on ourselves, but what I'm going to say is we need to look at them. We need to look at the ambition they're showing, and we need to match that. We have to match that ambition. Otherwise, we are going to fall massively behind. We're already behind Liverpool. We're already behind Manchester City. We can't be falling behind Chelsea, another competitor, in the manner in which it looks like at the moment. It looks like it's going to be a massive gap between them 3 clubs that knows as it currently stands. We do need a couple of players, a reinforcement, so to speak. We have got a lot of deadwood that we need to clear out as well. Obviously, that would allow us to sign a couple of players that will bolster our, you know, squad all together. But yeah, so that for me personally, they're the 2 main talking points. There's a bit of rumours regarding Havertz. I did mention this a couple of days ago. For me personally, I just don't think see any truth in that whatsoever. I just don't see us getting Havertz. Again, a couple of other sort of murmurs regarding Bellingham. Again, that's a signing that we do need to make. He's definitely one for the future. But I just want to quickly touch upon Gomez as well. I know this is mainly about Pogba, but what's the situation with Gomez? Is he going to sign a contract? For me personally, I just think it's ridiculous that we've got the likes of Pereira and Lingard at the club, and Gomez hasn't even been given a fair chance. You know, obviously we don't know if he's got the ability to make it as a professional footballer in terms of the men's game. Obviously, still very young, and he's still got time to develop, as well as have the opportunity to showcase his talent. And he's not had that opportunity at all. So for me, if we are going to sign him, he needs to go out on loan. It's important that he gets that important game time. We've seen the benefit that has had to so many players, including Jadon Sancho, of course, at Dortmund. For me personally, I would try to get Gomez on a contract, but it just really depends on the current situation with what is going to happen with him. Is he going to be in the squad, or is he just going to be wasted? Because he needs to, I don't blame him for leaving. Obviously, we're looking at Bellingham. He's 16, obviously, he's a bit younger than Gomez, but I don't understand why we're looking at Bellingham when we have got the players like Gomez. Do they not rate him? I know they're playing a slightly different position, but it seems like we're not really focusing on what we've currently got. We've also got like the likes of Garner. We have got quite a couple of decent young players coming through. It's just, I don't know. I just don't know what's happening with Gomez. We've not really heard much about it. I'm seeing a lot of the training pics at the moment. Man United are training on Old Trafford for the first time, I believe, since the pandemic, or since the games were delayed, so to speak. So obviously that is good training for the players. I'm hoping that we can take that through to the Spurs game. But that has been your little quick update regarding all things Manchester United. If you've got anything else you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section. Drop a like. Feel free to subscribe. And also, if you're still watching this video, shout out to you. Inshallah, in the coming days, I'm going to do a couple of decent collabs with Saeed, actually, from the United stand. I'm sure most of you probably know who he is. So if you've got any questions that you want me to ask him, let me know down below. Peace.